he may not be enough to stand alone against this Vega Squadron kind of 5-man teamfight push lineup that they have.
Yeah, for sure. And, General, actually, maybe the first blood here we got here. Oh, he only got a trance. I think he might be going down. He's gonna need some pretty nifty jukes here.
Oh, he maybe should have just TP'd instead of eating that tree. Oh, I really thought he was gonna make it. I saw that TP by. I was like, hide yourself in the trees, TP out, but then he decided
They have one issue obviously with the shorter attack range of Venture Spirit. It's pretty hard to harass those spaces without obviously him running up on you, getting a couple time blocks off, but mid lane, actually going to go down here. So close.
Oh, Fairy Fire goes off. Solo's actually going to be able to turn around onto Dendy. A Fairy Fire of his own goes down, but it's not going to be enough. He even pops the healing salve towards the end, but Solo does manage to finish him off.
That's just trying to rush up that Midas that we've come to expect, or he just needs to get his phase up as fast as possible so he'll be a little bit more survivable, but 9-1 we're able to see him at least.
Sioma manages to pick up a regen rune. He's going to TP and counter General's TP in, but it's not going to be fast enough. General does just enough damage, and that's partly in thanks to the howl coming out from Ditchia Ra. That was a big added benefit. They're not going to try and push down this tier 1 tower, but Solo's actually going to come in, and Ditchia Ra is well low enough they can actually get this kill if he gets a lucky bash, but it's not going to happen. Solo chased down by the wolves a bit, but it's Artstyle who's going to take the bash instead. Mag, is he going to be able to commit for this one? He has to jump forward. It's going to be a heavy commit, but he will manage to pick it up. As yet another. Was that a bash towards the end, or was that just a heavy damage hit? Did that? And he doesn't get the bash. It's pretty clear he's not going to get the kill, and that he's kind of pushed forward, especially with the wolves. He's going to take a lot of harassment. But he just made the judge that it was going to be the right play. They're going to go on Sioma again, the Furion. Not TPing in, but it doesn't seem like they actually need him unless the casket. Oh no, this is bad. Sioma waited that one out beautifully. Now the ice wall is laid down, but no one has to deal with a Viper as well, and that's going to make a big difference, especially with General finally making his debut into this team fight. LSA lands onto Snako. They go a bit too deep into the tier 2 tower, but they do manage to get a decent trade up until Mag comes in. They're going to be able to ensure a secondary kill, and it looks like General's going to go down as well. NaVi just too far forward, and Vega Squadron punished them. Excellent.
Alright, the whole reason they had
good at it as well. So if NaVi lose too much of their early game, they're going to be susceptible to an early Roshan, and that's just going to turn things even worse for them. Solo is going to be caught by a rotation here, but it looks like he managed to get himself out of the trees with an LSA, and the Wolves might be able to run him down, but General's actually going to be slowed down by Mag. Turn around, nice Dragon Slave, and they'll pick the kill. Another opportunity, it seems, for Vega Squadron to just punish NaVi playing super aggressive. I recently heard someone describe NaVi's playstyle lately as being kind of playstyle that you don't really expect out of teams, almost in a way that, oh, Jesus. He still managed to pick up Lina. Artstyle diving in so deep for this one. It looks like he may be, yeah, he's definitely going to die here. Rotation across for no one. The best Artstyle can hope for is perhaps a deny on Ancient, but Sunstrike one step ahead, and Mag will be able to pick up that kill. Aggression 1 bit. They go for a smoke play at top. They know they've left Pasha alone in lane for just way too long. They're going to make their initiation now, and Pasha should be dying here as the TPs come out, but they're not going to be fast enough. Part of the downside of a Drone Ranger, so easy to make sure that they get some control before about 20 minutes in Vega Squadron start steamrolling, because that is really what their lineup is meant to do, and it looks like a pickoff on Ditchia Ra is not setting things up real well for them. The Sunstrike well placed by no one, and they get the kill. A nice play from Solo. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, a TP in from the Furion is going to make sure they get the Draw Ranger, and it looks like they might try and run down no one as well. With the body blocks coming out from the treants off the swamp, they will be able to make a twofer. Artstyle getting out, or at least trying to. Lina comes in from the side, immediately blown up by Dendy and Artstyle, but the casket is bouncing around beautifully. Sioma just keeps getting those perfect paralyzing casts that does ensure at least a turnaround kill, but in the end, it was a 2 for 3, and they lost their 2 big cores.
Dies, well, he gets to survive thanks to being the good old Faceless Void. NaVi are now putting this pressure, so they're starting to signal the fact that they do want to start going through these objectives. You are getting this one nice deep ward. It's going to spot out Pasha here. Looks like it's going to be a free pick. They got everything available.
Yeah, Sioma can't really get there in time for a good cast, and the Howl just lets it so.
It just shows how much they want to really focus down on top of Roshan. Honestly, I'm not sure what would be faster. I feel like Vengeance would be better with the Wolves than the minus armor even would be.
Sioma comes in with the cast. They do have a lot of rotations coming out from Vega Squadron. They're going to just make sure they get the kill on Artstyle. They're actually going to pop the ultimate here, and oh Jesus, Yoma definitely dies under that onslaught of both the Invoker as well as his...
Artstyl's living!
Oh my god, no, the Sunstrike's going to make sure he... Oh, maybe not! The Sunstrike doesn't do quite enough damage. Now they actually go for the Chronosphere, and they'll blow up Dendi, but no one's going to be out of position. Artstyle finally does go down, but Dichira is quickly jumping onto Pasha. Meanwhile, General's actually come in from the side and made sure to kill the Lina, and it's going to help out kill the Draw Ranger as well. NaVi getting the full swing of things now as Vega Squadron just fail to pick up the quick kill on Artstyle like they intended. Maybe the Chronosphere should have been used to pick up that kill. Really caring that the Winter Wyvern had an illusion there. They see the Furion is top. They think this is going to be enough time for them to get Roshan, but NaVi are definitely going to be able to get into this pit in time and contest. They
Curse him 7.
The cask is doing so much work. Death Ward goes out. Sioma Slayer knows he just has to sacrifice himself in order to make sure that Roshan does go into the hands of Vega Squadron, but they've already lost 2 supports. No one lays out the ice path, but still, Vega Squadron are all almost dead practically. Pasha gonna try and go for the TP out. Looks like those will... Oh no! They didn't complete! Dendi kills him first, and that means Pasha will not be able to get out with the Aegis in hand. Instead, he dies. NaVi contest Roshan, and they get way ahead in this game now. Year 1. They have to come back and defend.
Dire structures are fortified.
You're going to see that now with a TP in from Mag. He needs a really good Chronosphere, but look who's on the front lines. It's just Dendi. Solo's going to be ulted. They will have the Chronosphere to be able to catch 2. Solo almost dies, but he managed to get off his ultimate onto Dendi. Artstyle does swap out. This put him in some serious danger. He'll probably go down next. Sunstrike, not quite landing, but they should be able to run him down eventually, it seems like, as there's no attempt by NaVi to defend that support's life, so... They do manage to get a decent fight there, but that in part was because
you see the ability for your team to push and bring him into your draft. It's just another weapon to add in, whether it be like your Anti-Mage, your Ember Spirit. It's like a single hero that adds so much to what you want to achieve.
NaVi know what Solo does. They know very clearly that when Solo's in a position like this, he's... I'm half expecting just another U-turn in the build for him to go back to the Blink Dagger for some reason.
And he's just gonna like buy a Maelstrom or something at this point, honestly.
He'll catch out General. Yoma's not messing around. He uses the Death Ward to make sure, and that's a pretty high value pickoff. The the Furion has a large part.
Me, I would have liked that Aghanim Scepter Death Ward, but honestly, you're probably gonna get a lot more value out of no one having that gold right now.
Solo here by the like, and try and jump on Solo again. This is the thing. Solo's playstyle in previous patches.
So I kind of like the glass cannon. Just go for it, honestly.
The tower is already down. Kind of expected that, though. The big question is whether or not they're going to be able to take the full lane of Rax, and just so many different things on the field right now. They will be able to get a Winter's Curse in the background. That's going to be on Pasha. Already bringing him down almost completely. In fact, he will. Good time. Split up blast there from Seneko. And now Dichira runs for LSA, lands onto Dendi. Looks like they're going to try and make the committal to kill him. Oh no, the Death Ward misses. It's inside of the Chronosphere, and it's going to be stopped anyway. Plus, the swap was there from Artstyle. Time dilation out from Vega. Looks like they will have to give up this lane of Rax no matter what. And NaVi can start questioning. They can go for a second lane of Rax. They don't have that ultimate out from Lycan.
Too risky that you end up dying as Aegis expires, so it's probably just time to take control.
Yeah, they just control you for like 5 or 10 seconds as much as possible. Then your Aegis runs out.
Try this.
Line. Oh, nice swap into an immediate Orchid. That is a great pickoff. He does have buyback. Let's see it, Yoma.
That's so awesome.
You better not put this one inside the Chronosphere, otherwise you'll look like the biggest dunce.
Oh, no pressure bag, jeez.
Almost catching Seneko.
They're doing a great job at holding this off. Gotta think, like, they're gonna have to buy back though, right? Like, yeah, the Necros, well, they're gone.
Point where NaVi fully commit, right? It's that close time, 15 seconds, the buyback, it's not gonna go down. They're not gonna buy back on face. Now they pop it, 10 seconds left. NaVi have already just destroyed the economy of Vega Squadron. If they can successfully get out, minimal losses, that'll be decent. 2 supports caught, we'll take that. I think as NaVi, you're looking at that going, that was so worth it. We forced a buyback, 10 seconds left. At lane of ranks, you have to start playing more aggressively, because if you just sit back too much, you're just going to get traded too many times. Solo, oh god, General, he just completed that TP, and the LSA will find General now. They'll be able to make sure he does go down. not even having to use a Chronosphere or anything like that. Big pickup for Vega.
They don't know the cooldown of teleportation. Like, yeah, he doesn't have bots or anything, but it's still way too risky to try and engage.
Yeah,
you know, try and
especially
take
with
something that's not favorable. Yeah, exactly.
The cooldown's still low. Mid lane, they are going to catch
Radiant's
Seneko.
middle
That's a
tower
big
is
pick
under
off.
attack.
Vega Squadron needed a nice aggressive play like that, and we'll be able to find something.
Is that enough, though?
Yeah, I don't think it's enough for them to do Roshan, but it might stall NaVi from being able to do Roshan. Ice Wall's going to be laid down now. Dendy's completely out of mana. The Swamp Banco solo just gets destroyed. Xiaoma's getting off a pretty decent ultimate, but they've already used the Chronosphere, so it's not going to last for too long. Ditchera looking for more now. It's going to go on to no one. Meteor, turnaround, pushback. No one's just trying to buy himself space at this point in time. We'll be able to get a blink forward. And it looks like that escape. Maybe not. General's going to be able to come in from the side. He's going to start duking it out with no one, but that Orchid is getting the slight advantage to General. We'll make sure that they get the kill. Solo has come back into line. We'll be able to get the LSA on the Ditchera, but him and Mag don't offer nearly enough damage. He's going to have to time walk himself out. It looks like Vega Squadron may have just completely lost the game with that. Mag's going to go down as well. They only have one buyback, and that's on no one. And Artstyle, well, he doesn't have swap back up to catch Pasha, but I'm pretty sure that NaVi can just end the game against these two
Dire's
heroes.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's a rough position to be in, too, because you see the pickoff that you really want. Honestly, diving under the tier 1 with the Chronosphere for the Winter Wyvern probably wasn't the play, but they tried to couple it into a kill on the Viper as well, and you can see, like, there's just nothing they can do.
Yeah, no one dies again. Xioma still does not have its ultimate, and there it is. The call from no one. Game number 1 is going to be taken by NaVi. Still cannot believe the Vega Squadron didn't mount a full retreat there after they took the Seneko in mid lane. That felt like such an obvious, like, you gotta get out sort of play, but turning on to Dendi, getting them caught, more heroes than ever should have been caught, and they end up losing the game outright because of that.